Welcome to another exciting episode from Marvelous Videos. I'm your host, Tia Ayer. Season 3, Episode 5, Kill Team Kill. Military experiments gone wrong have time and again provided fodder for the sci-fi genre. We have had superheroes born out of such experiments, as well as dangerous threats to humanity. And in this particular episode, we get to see the worst of the latter. Love, death, and robots has so far been an enchanting experience, with each episode providing the shocks and twists that the series is known for. The 5th episode, titled Kill Team Kill, is no exception, and yet again we get to experience the horrors of a military experiment that horribly backfired. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
It's not stopping!
The tale of the cybernetically enhanced grizzly bear. The episode starts off with a glimpse of a badass team of special ops soldiers. They are out on some deadly mission, but that doesn't mean they compromise on their wicked brand of humor. Clearly, they have been through near-death experiences in their previous missions, and the fear of death is hardly on their minds. The sergeant is displeased with the behavior of one of his soldiers, Folan, who is peeing from a cliff without the slightest regard for his own safety. Macy is another soldier who seems to be the sergeant's wingman, and the sergeant reveals that they are only about 500 meters away from their objective location.
1711. We're within 500 meters of the objective. How copy? Over.
Radio communication seems to be broken, and the team of 5 head to the location. After climbing another steep cliff, they arrive and are greeted by a gruesome sight. 2 team members seem to be slaughtered by some unbelievably powerful force, and their discussions about what may have happened are interrupted by a blood-curdling scream of some creature at a distance. The team prepares for showdown and get ready with their weapons, and this is when we get the first glimpse of the creature. It looks like a giant honey badger mixed up with a bear, and the monstrous entity stands some 12 feet tall. It has terrifying red glowing eyes, and the fangs are long and sharp. Nothing about the presence of this creature speaks friendly, and the team soon learns to their horror that their bullets have absolutely no impact on the beast. It rushes towards them, and the flurry of bullets simply deflects from its body.
It's not stopping!
One of the brave soldiers tries to stab it, but he's quickly snapped up within the sharp jaws. He still continues to stab the creature, but to no avail. Suddenly, a high-pitched, uncomfortable noise is heard, and it seems to disturb the creature enough for it to retreat back into the surrounding woods. 2 members of the team are already dead. One snapped in half, and the 3 surviving members watch the arrival of another soldier holding some kind of machine that probably made the noise. He reveals himself as Sergeant First Class Morris, who was a part of Task Force Griffin. They were stationed at Camp Eisenhower, which was built by the CIA after the invasion of Afghanistan.
Sergeant First Class Morris, attached to Task Force Griffin, stationed at Camp Eisenhower.
We learn more about the creature as Morris reveals its true identity. It was a part of Project Barghest, which was used for patrolling with the soldiers. The creature was actually a genetically engineered grizzly bear, and according to the words of Morris, the thing was built like a tank. It was strong enough to withstand hits from small firearms, and it could rip the enemy into shreds within minutes. The creature has retractable titanium talons, and its diamond carbide canines make the fangs stronger and sharper than anything. There is also an inch of ballistic-resistant gel under the skin, which enables it to withstand the most powerful hits and bullets. Unfortunately, the mechanisms of the creature went awry all of a sudden, and it turned on its own. That would explain the fate of the slain soldiers and the recent attack on the special ops team that left 2 of them dead. Luckily, Morris had the machine that was designed to call off the creature, and it seemed to be working. Barely. They all head to the secret base, and some more shocks are in store for them. All of Morris's colleagues have been slaughtered inside, and it wasn't that way a short while ago, which means that the creature struck recently. The whole place is filled with blood and guts and remains of the dead, and the soldiers make their way to the ordnance chamber to get themselves some real firepower to match the beast.
Now we're talking.
You drool on it, you buy it.
Yeah, it's so decent.
They also have some help in the form of the Marsbot, the robotic dog-like machine, which is rather adorable. The 4 of them prepare for an attack from the creature, but it still takes them by surprise. Morris is dragged and beheaded, but the Marsbot shoots a flurry of bullets and mini missiles at the beast, only to stall it momentarily. It soon takes down the Marsbot, but the remaining 3 soldiers, Macy, Sergeant, and Folan, manage to shoot it down. Unfortunately, it was only a ploy by the cunning mechanized monster, and Folan is ripped apart by another surprise attack. Finally, it takes a direct missile hit from the sergeant for the creature to be defeated. But hold on, there is one last surprise. Just as you think that the team accomplished the impossible, one of the explosive eyes of the creature pop out, and a powerful blast takes them all out. Laced with dark humor and action, there are two things that are impossible to miss apart from the perfect animated monster that you see before your eyes. No matter how bad the situation gets, the soldiers never lose their sense of humor, and it will put a smile on your face even when people are dying all around. Folan's death has to be the most hilarious moment, and his last request for his sergeant in the most outrageous thing ever said by a dying soldier.
Tell my wife. I fucked her sister.
The dog-like adorable Marsbot is a fun addition to the narrative, and its evasive action actually buys the survivors valuable time to regroup. The climatic twist was obviously a bummer because we were rooting for the sergeant and his men to get out of the situation alive. The animation quality is top-notch, and this cyberpunk military action in the heart of Afghanistan will keep your adrenaline pumping the whole time. Why did the creature go rogue? This is one of the first questions that come to mind once you watch the whole thing. It was the perfect weapon to take on the militants around the region, but why on earth did it turn against its own platoon members? Well, the answers are not provided, so it's up to you for your interpretation. It could be such that the bear genes suddenly gained the superiority in all the genetic engineering arrangements that were put together to turn the beast into a fighting machine. Bears have a natural repulsion towards humans, and it could be that the very nature that turned the creature against its own soldiers. It could have developed sensations that weren't initially planned, and that could have caused it to go rogue during one of the missions. Whatever be the reason, it was thrilling and entertaining to watch the finest soldiers battling the meanest military experiment gone wrong. If you want some serious excitement with blood pumping in your veins, go ahead and watch the adventures of the Special Ops team. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.